did a big update, so I had to download like 3 gigs.
What the fuck?
And I'm like, I can play this game when I'm capped. That's no problem because you can just play it in solo mode. But to play it, just to update it 3 gigs while I'm capped is going to take several days.
Jesus. That's a fucking nightmare.
I remember those days.
Yeah, it sucks a lot. I wish I had it. But no, that costs money.
And that requires a job.
Yeah, exactly.
And that requires a lot of boring hours.
Yeah.
Or stress.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, where is it? There it is.
The ritual.
I really need to... No, the ritual list, I know where it is. I keep forgetting to take my character sheets out of the downloads folder, so I have to go find something I've downloaded.
It's growing. It's a growing list.
You can
yeah, my download folder has 2,500 items.
Jesus.
change it to desktop and you'll never lose it again.
Unless you see
that is 16
desktop?
seconds of work.
All my PDFs since I.
Or you can just make a folder and put subfolders in there and organize it.
Have you seen my subfolders?
Dude, I do this for... This is my job, like, that's...
Did you know what people do to their computers and you see the nightmare? You know the horror.
You don't know what horrors lurk in these depths. Alright, found the ritual list. Excellent. Okay, drag all this.
So now
Close
we can
Warhammer
return Terran
book.
to the first instant messenger system of the party.
What? I am not an instant messaging service. I may have a magical fork that lets me reach across time and space better, but I refuse.
Speaking of computer stuff, buddy, my mate Ben works fixing fucking Mac computers, and he's just gone. If you're wondering what I do at work, I literally just opened a PDF called Budget 2015 Key Figures for the Norwegian Economy. There's something fishy here. It's like $175 million surplus. Transferred from the pension fund, $175 million. That's a bit odd.
You know what's more odd? The fact that you have that as an Australian. You have the Norwegian, like what?
Something at the polar
Looks like
opposite end of
fucking
the earth.
Renham Industries. Yeah, third from the bottom, transferred from the pension fund global, $174 million.
So when last left off, you had received an invitation from the king. Terran had spent 200 and a little bit extra for an extra top hat for his new dragon for night.
Oh my god.
Ah, the top hat.
We're also going to go perform the ritual of time winding back before tomorrow to figure out those explosive runes on the crypt.
Alright, so you gotta, for that ritual, you have to be at the crypt.
Yeah, I have to physically be there.
Alright.
And I did the math time-wise, and it's about 26 hours ago, I think it was.
Yeah, that should be about right, because there was the day after, then you received that you were being investigated.
Yeah.
Alright, so how... so you would get 24 hours back on that, or how many days for that ritual?
Well, I mean, I was going to take Flick and Magnus with me to help, but it's as high as my Arcana roll goes. That's as many hours as I can wind back and witness.
Alright. So you'd have to get...
You see, otherwise I have, by calculations, a 40% chance of succeeding as opposed to the 70% chance with them.
Oh, man.
I was really bored in one of my classes, okay?
I can tell. Whatever stream For whatever reason, my stream is hiccuping, but whatever. So, yeah, you can take them with you. I would imagine they would say yes, especially if you're looking into that.
I was gonna say if they're willing.
You don't get a choice.
It's entirely up to them. Just
Drag them on.
chloroform.
Oh, I need to go buy. How much is chloroform?
Oh God.
That would be an alchemy. in itself.
Oh. Hello, Alchemist. I need some good shit.
I need shit that knocks people out for a really long period of time.
Why would
Just
you
talk
want
to
that?
Morel. I'm sure she could make you some.
Oh god.
Why would you need that? Here, can I see a bit of it? Yeah, sure. Knock him out with it and take the rest.
Half the store is gone when he wakes up. So, I need Arcana checks. Those who would be assisting Terran.
Oh, you aren't even gonna have us like get spotted or anything. It's just we get to go walk over there for free.
It's the Graveyard Ward. Like, there's a lot of damage. They just assume a lot of people are just picking up pieces or looking for lost items at this point.
Oh, okay.
It's a hopeless case.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
To assist.
Yep. Definitely gets plus 2 conflict.
Alright.
Markness.
Arcana.
Ooh.
That's close.
I was joking about the one. You didn't need to roll that, but yeah, you get.
God damn it!
You get-
Oh, for some reason Rowan knows about this Arcana.
I mean, we can try again. It's my money.
Yeah, so you basically rewind time back, and you just see the guards leaving after they get the Lady Isabel Barsh Goldflagon out of the mausoleum with a few other guards that were there, and you also realize that some of the guards that were stuck down there were some of Clara's people as well.
I'm gonna feel bad at that.
But other than that, yeah, the few hours is just clearing the rubble off, because that would, even if Rowan was there, I would just say that she was there, because she'd be following out of interest. That with that 6, that'd be 21 hours, so it's pretty damn close, and it would take a while to clear that mausoleum off. So,
I mean, we can try again. I mean, we almost succeeded.
so how many times, or well, correction, how long does it take to cast this ritual?
10 minutes.
Alright, just making sure.
Make sure I'm not there for 4 hours just staring at the wall.
Well, you do have a banquet to make in 2 days' time, so...
We spend the entire 2 days sitting in the graveyard.
Just staring at stones, casting rituals. So, yeah, I need another Arcana check from Magnus Flick and Roan. Oh, damn.
I swear to God, if I fail this one.
Oh, that's more like it. She slaps her.
Oh my God, are you kidding me? I get a 3. Okay, you know what? No.
So
You know what?
You press repeat on the movie.
Oh, this movie sucks. Okay, I'm gonna go double check how much this costs.
Yeah, because I would imagine.
Well, I wanna know-
that's
I wanna-
be cheap.
I mean, it's not that expensive. Just I want to go make sure. I want to go see how badly I'm fucking over
Yeah,
my
but if you
wallet
do
right
it
now.
like 2 or 3 times, I would imagine that starts adding up. It's the nickel and dime effect.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's 250 gold that I just used.
Holy shit!
That's a pretty good amount of money.
Yeah, but this ritual is plot device summon alpha.
Yeah, like go back in time and rewatch yourself be a badass.
It's up to you if you wanna
If you
put a night away. And
if you want
Okay, wait.
only another couple of checks on that, I'm not going to stop you. It's only
You know-
10 minutes. That's a really short ritual.
You know what? I'm already this deep. Well, let's find it out. Okay, one last try.
you keep getting +2s from me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep, that's 12.
I'm just done with you.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh no!
Come on, dude.
Oh god.
Yeah, we're done with this movie.
The
You know what?
same thing plays in your head again.
I angrily close the book. I'm like, fine, I'll look for it myself.
All
I'm
right.
gonna look for evidence of a magical explosion then in hopes this is easier.
Okay. So you could roll a thievery, a dungeoneering, or an arcana.
Alright, Arcana.
Oh, just
It's getting worse.
You sense magic. If you're not entirely sure if it's this whole area or not. No.
It
Oh
seems to be
my-
coming from everywhere in a 50-yard radius.
Oh my god.
Would you like to?
You know what?
try-
Honestly, he's probably exhausted. I'm chalking it up to that.
Yeah. He's tired from casting the 30 minutes straight of the same movie.
Ugh. God damn. That was just 375 gold in Residium I just used to watch a movie.
No.
But, ugh.
I
God
think
damn.
Flick can see it on your face that you're not making any progress. And he says, come home. And he starts like walking out of the graveyard.
Oh,
I hate graveyards. Let's go.
so
Alright, I'm just gonna draw my own personal conclusion that they did rig it.
Yeah, who cares? We saved the city. They can rig it all they want.
getting recognition like a boss. But yeah, you just start heading back. You can see a few places being cleaned up, people trying to salvage what is pretty much left of the city, just making sure that there's no remnants left over from the zombies, bandits, and goblins. You do see a few people who recognize you and they nod respectfully towards your group.
I wave back.
But you can you definitely get a sense of respect from the crowd of people here.
Fuck.
Oh, really?
Most,
So they're
they,
recognizing.
oh yeah, they definitely recognize you. Some of them
That's
you do
cool.
recognize from the night of the actual attack itself, the few that you saved.
Yeah, even if they don't recognize me, Flick's just walking by and saying, "You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome" to each person.
No! Meryl, where did you come from? Just steps out of one of our shadows.
Why are you here? I followed you.
Just like,
Why?
I
It's
told
really,
you you're famous.
It's really easy to. Oh god. It's really easy to follow you. You're one of the few Dragonborn in the whole area,
God damn it.
and you have a dragon now. That's really cool. Oh god.
No. I mean, there really isn't much else for us to do. I don't know, how long would it take a magical seamstress to make a cloak?
Magical seamstress, especially in a town like this, getting short orders all the time wouldn't be that hard. She could probably make it in a day, and probably like 12 hours on rush order.
We should like get the cloaks with the symbol on it for the party. That would be sick.
There is a gold silken thread.
That man is just AFK. We need, like, just. I'm trying to get party consensus here, and he just departs. Just have all these dishes on my desk.
Sounds like the vendor playing it now.
Drink orange juice right after cereal wasn't my best choice. Orange juice had a very bitter taste to it.
It's like fucking 40 degrees today. So
Nice.
I wish it was 40 degrees here.
A nice refreshing chiller.
It's already
Ah.
heating up again.
let me
I was dying at work.
Let me convert that to Fahrenheit for you. It's 105 degrees here.
Oh, fair. No.
Ugh.
Oh.
Get
so
your
confusing.
non-US measurement out of here. We believe
Well, in
several quarts in a gallon.
in Connecticut, it's 34 degrees and snowing.
Oh, lucky.
I will send some snow your way, Rozzy.
Jealous.
Put in an envelope and mail it to him.
I get it.
He gets there, it's water. I'm gonna do that.
Just an empty, soggy envelope. Like, the fuck is this?
It probably would have dried out long before then, though.
Yeah, honestly, like, by the time it reaches the country, it's gonna evaporate.
There's gonna be a water-warped envelope.
Oh.
Just get his weird envelope and there's nothing in it. What the fuck? Send me this.
The thing in the envelope was you.
Your enemy.
Me.
So what we just did was like late at night, right?
With the invitation, yeah, it would be just getting dark at that point when you get back, because the graveyard is a good distance away.
Okay.
I want to give someone, like, an anthrax bomb, but instead of anthrax, it's just sherbet.
Dude, I'd have a sherbet bomb. That sounds pretty good.
Sherbet just, like, gets in their eyes and shit.
What's that? Oh, it's delicious!
Oh, it hurts! But it tastes so good!
I don't know if the taste of sherbet would overcome the pain of having it in my eyes, though.
It would be really delicious.
Now I want some sherbet, damn it.
You're welcome.
I want to be able to taste with my eyes.
Why would you want to taste with your eyes? That just sounds horrific.
It would be interesting.
It sounds like some, like, fucking alien creature out of hell.
Just poke your eye with shit. Oh, this tastes disgusting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Alright, so... at this point, it would be pretty late at night, so you'd... so, it would be, the end of this night finishing out, and then, one more day.
Okay, so we have one more day to do stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Final day. 24-hour remains till the party that's probably going to be crashed by some unforeseen force. Knowing our luck.
Get that 24-hour timer in there.
24.
Go on if the final day.
Oh yeah, let's go dress up the spider head. That's a good idea. Because we're going to give it to the king.
True. You still need to... So you could still get that in before tomorrow, and then...
Well, I already preserved it. It's not going to rot.
I know, but it still needs to be worked
I don't
on.
want to get it a wall mount.
Well, you're giving the spider head away. I like the spider head.
Well, I mean, you're leaving.
I like the spider head.
Well, I mean, we gotta give the king a fitting gift. Like, excuse me.
Oh, no.
I like the spider head.
Were you having her accost me? I don't want my throat slit at the breakfast table.
Oh.
I like the spider head. I mean, we could give him the giant head instead.
You probably won't appreciate that as much.
Or the bugbear head.
Oh, dear God.
Why don't we
Consider-
bring all three and just give them the choice?
I mean, that seems kind of weird. I mean, I don't know.
Choice
Like,
of a human head, a spider head, and a giant's head.
it's not... I wasn't going to include the human head because, I mean, that's just kind of weird.
Choose wisely.
It isn't really much. It isn't really much of a trophy to have a decapitated fire mage head.
She did get captured first, too.
But, like, I also just want to make a show of it. Like, look at all the things we killed in the defense of your shitty city.
City city ain't that shitty. But yeah, sure. You know what?
God, that's
It's
super cute. Depending on your shitty wall.
Shit, wow.
Goddamn Mongolians!
If
Keep
the
breaking my
portable
shitty wall.
Mongolian.
Goddamn Mongolians!
So I just realized that I could wheel an entire ballista into a portable hole, load it with like an explosive bolt, and just fire it out of the portable hole into doors.
That's interesting.
Oh, I love that. I love that idea.
Oh, dude, freaking! I was looking at some of the oh wait, no, it wasn't Warhammer. It was Expanse. But basically, in this world where like magic is like science, what they would do is they would hide their cannons like in a cave or something like that, and then they would have their wizards like one side like open a portal, and then in the other side they'd open a portal like behind enemy lines, and the cannons would go
cool.
fire, boom, 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 and just destroy the enemy lines. They'd close the portal back down, reload.
That is terrifying to be a soldier and have to fight that.
Portals opening up, raining death on your camp.
Yeah, for like from any direction, like it was so cool. Anyways,
And they-
sorry.
Just because of retarded shit like that, there's all the lot of things have like those stupid little games that are just like ways for like powerful wizards to resolve conflicts, because if they fought, it'd just destroy everything.
I can sort of actually do something like that. I can open up a portal at 2 points.
Oh no. Well, we know how
You're
he's
giving
gonna
him ideas.
Oh, we know
Yeah.
how he's gonna commit travesties of war now.
Open up a portal in the king's throne room and just fire a cannon through it.
Directly at him. Headshot. So, Clara doesn't know. She's still heading to the City of Shade from last you knew. Still have your rituals to cast. Tyrion is preparing the spider head, and then gonna go get out and get a wall mount for it. And are you going to capitalize on getting your symbols on cloaks to wear to the party?
I don't know. Does everybody else want that?
Sure. I have a cloak, but getting the symbol put on there, I guess. Would
It's
be-
for finery.
Yeah.
Yeah, then yeah, sure.
Yeah.
If Flick wants it, since you know.
I mean, Rowan would want it too. So yeah, let's go.
Guess I'll do that.
Everyone
one
else
up.
is doing it.
It's the cool thing.
Then I don't want to be. I don't want to be the odd one out.
Embarrassing Magnus in front of his royal family. Yeah, see that cloak?
We're the gold hounds.
Oh.
Gold!
Old.
You lied to me.
Hello, Taylor. I'd like you to put this symbol on a cloak. Why? I don't know.
We like gold.
Are you made out of gold, Taylor? We are very unfocused.
So, you
So-
go to the tailor, you bring your cloak. Those who have cloaks bring them. Others, I would imagine, you order a cloak to be used in the making of this to yours.
I don't think I have one, so yeah.
So, typical questions like brown, black, white, or, well...
Gold.
Well, I mean, we need it to the symbol's already gold.
Well, it's like to each their
Hold
own.
on,
Like
black
you're
is-
wearing a full dragon hide armor that's completely white.
But I mean, I'm not going to be wearing that to the party.
You could if you want. Well, then again,
I don't
no,
want to.
Yeah, you're wearing your noble outfit that you ordered.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go with black. Matches the outfit.
All right. Anything for anyone else?
Black.
I have a black cloak, but I'd like the gold embroidery or whatever.
Gold silk. You can definitely do that. So they'll be ready at the same time as your clothes tomorrow.
It just makes sense for it to be gold, you know.
But it contrasts. I like contrast.
So, you drop those off at the tailor before the end of the day. And then I would imagine you just head back and then get some rest for the next day. And whichever you're planning to do on that point.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
think of
is
anything
anyone
else to
actually
do.
planning to do anything?
I mean, I was gonna send Clara another message, but she'll probably just give me some cryptic warning about not going to see the king. So, since I already planned to do it, I don't really see the point.
Don't go.
I want to go to that party. They always have rad food.
They have
Come get me.
No. The lavish life. It's claimed him.
The Lavitz life.
Oh no. The Lavitz life claimed him. That.
The butt face life.
Oh no.
I'll just take the entire dinner party to the Shadowfell.
Send them to the Shadowfell.
Banish them to the Shadowfell realm.
I just like stand in the middle of a crowd during the party, casting a ritual, and I just like grab somebody and take them with me.
Oh my god.
Grab the
Sounds like-
king.
Or no.
No. And we have a prisoner.
I have a hostage.
So since it's been a couple days, I figured I'd tell you all what you've been noticing about Flick. He's been dressing a lot nicer and actually like taking baths. And
You
No.
haven't been bathing this entire time.
Well, I mean, we're
from-
adventurers, man.
unless we were like getting like dunked in
Okay.
the sewer or blood, he'd take a bath then. But like before, yeah, he didn't really care before.
Okay.
But yeah, now, and he's obviously not wearing his cloak right this second because it's getting embroidered. But you see that he's actually wearing his hair like pulled back because he has kind of like shoulder length hair. It's pulled back, and you can see all of his tattoos. He's just showing them off on his neck and stuff. And you also would be picking up that he's actually speaking a bit better than he did when you first met him all those months ago or whatever. Like, it seems Flick's getting some practice, so just so you're not surprised.
When you can use 2 words instead of 1.
Yes. 2 to 3. 2 to 3.
4 to 6.
Now he can actually start singing ass and titties.
But yeah, Flick looks a lot better, albeit he still looks pale all the time, though.
Oh no. He's becoming a vampire noble. It's true though.
Tyrion just starts bathing in garlic every night.
Oh my gosh.
Mhm. Where is he? You're famous, you know. You're pretty easy to find.
Oh no.
Just appears behind you like every 2 minutes.
Oh no. Alright.
I'm always going to categorize her as a stalker. I told you you're famous. I found you again.
Oh Jesus. So you have one more day before the King's Banquet. If there's any rituals or any other things you'd like to get out of the way, message sent, people to talk to.
So Rowan is like extremely haggard, but going over the 3-day hump. So she's starting to
Right.
look
Roll me the
less
endurance check.
lethargic.
Yeah, roll me an endurance check for that one. The DC would be reduced to 23 at this point now. I
Let me pull it
almost forgot about that.
Okay.
I don't think it's even really plausible for you to fail.
I know it is. I don't have a high endurance. Was it 20 something?
23.
I heroically effort this.
Heroic
Wait, no,
effort
that's
is
still
a
not
4.
enough.
So
That'd
you're
be
one-
22.
No, you have a drink.
Does anyone want to help me?
Is anyone
I
gonna
mean-
restrain Rowan?
Flick's
You know, I'll give it a shot.
All right, so strength on strength.
Maria restrains.
Opposing strength checks. Let's
Opposing
go.
strength checks.
Do I get to use my actual check bonus?
Half modifiers, yes. It's full on strength on strength. You have to beat Rowan's strength roll.
So is it half my level too?
Yes.
Okay, I want to make sure.
It's just a flat check.
Rowan, roll.
I don't have that much strength. You have more strength than me, I think.
Not by much.
Oh, what? Yes!
Oh!
Nice.
Alright.
Headlock.
Puts her in the sleeper hold
Alright.
with some chloroform.
So
Someone's not even like paying attention to it. She's just like, just one, just.
yeah, you can hear her say just one as she's like a little shaky at this point. And Tyrion, you notice like she's actually starting to fill up a glass, and then right before that, you just grab her arm and slam it down so it spills, and then like put her in a headlock and get her to calm down.
Oh no, God.
You're doing so good to her. Don't do it.
You can't!
Oh God.
You're famous, you know. She just shows up at the door every couple of days. You're famous, you know. It isn't that hard to find you.
Well, you do have the Goldhounds logo sitting right
Well,
outside.
now we do.
Yep, now we're rocking it.
Oh, do we have an LED sign?
You have a freaking proper finished made sign with gold like paint.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Didn't I mention that Rowan ordered that?
It
I
got
thought we all came up with that.
Rowan.
I'm pretty sure what it was Rowan made that mistake of giving way too much money to buy the house.
Yeah,
Feeling bad for it, she took money out of her portion to make the sign.
yeah. A really,
Cool.
really fine sign too. You're probably one of the better sign makers in the town.
By the way, is the district around us still abandoned?
You see some people occasionally passing by now, like they're not really too afraid anymore, especially since what used to be the horrific toy shop is now an adventurers guild. And
You're not a guild.
well,
Yeah.
the
We're not
mercenaries.
accepting new memberships at this time.
Uh-oh.
What's
That's-
seen as an adventurers guild in a way, but pretty much mercenaries for hire, and that gives a little more comfort to them. So it's
Guys,
starting to bring some
We could
life.
totally make it a guild.
No, I see what you're trying to lead into, and I refuse.
I'm not sure what I'm trying to lead to. I just think it'd be really cool. We have the facilities. We just need to build more in the basement, and we'll have a huge fucking thing. We have the space for it.
Flick
I don't want
doesn't
to
really
share-
trust
I
anyone.
don't want to share the crib.
Yeah, this is our pad.
We don't have to
We-
let them upstairs.
We can buy another house next door for it.
The barracks.
When we get back from wherever we go in the desert.
Buy a building next door, connect it to the underground section.
Are we still gonna talk to Clara's dad?
That's right.
Oh, I was gonna mention that later. I was gonna sending and tell him the situation, since I don't know how
ask
much
him.
we'll be able to talk at the party privately.
Yeah, and ask him about the portals, right?
Better question is, would he be at the party?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I mean, he is the captain of the guard. Figured he'd show up. It's like a high party. Sorry about that. Had to see what it was. It was Las Vegas, apparently.
Hmm.
The fuck?
I don't know either.
I don't know why they're calling you. What happens there stays there.
Damn, I should have answered that and said it. I don't know why you're calling, but what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
No, don't you call back here.
Commands the Jaglin.
What you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go send Mr. Sunderhart an instant message.
All right. So what are you sending in your
Oh, cool.
25 limit message?
Okay, then let me compose this using my hands.
Because he doesn't know the situation. He doesn't know what happened to Ireland.
As far as I know, he doesn't know the situation. He could know more. He could know a lot.
He was not there, so you have to go on the perspective of that. He doesn't know shit, and he's not approached you yet at all, which
Yeah, I
is
know.
still curious.
I mean, I'd figure it's because he doesn't think we'd willingly share information.
Hmm.
That's just my opinion. Okay. What the hell? This is cheap. I can go a bit more free from Mr. Sunderhart. Gold hounds here. Okay, so that's 5. We know where Clara is currently and are going to investigate. Can I talk to... That's 25.
To say, can we talk?
Yeah, can we talk? Let me revise that.
Get it? Can we talk?
Oh, God.
Did you mention who we are?
Yeah, I said gold hounds here.
Okay, cool.
Now he has to dredge up something that he'd say. Just forcing Josh to have me talk to any of the NPCs.
That's great.
Well, it's a good thing you mentioned it because he replies back. Let's see. With a kind of like a question, banquet or house.
I need to message him back, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. New message start. We're currently at the house if you have free time. Or the banquet. Doesn't really matter.
Perfect.
He'll just send a simple message. House, be there soon.
Hey guys, we've got company.
So I imagine you do tell them that you have company coming.
Yeah, Mr. Sunderheart's coming to visit.
So is Maria still cooking?
She?
Yeah.
Is she?
Does she? Now, be honest. I'm not going to try to look into it, but is it Mirelle in a disguise?
I mean, you can just roll inside on that, right?
It would be really funny.
Go ahead and roll insight if you really insist on it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, this is highly illogical, so I should probably receive a large penalty for this, but my insight's small enough that it's probably already a large penalty.
Wow!
Nice.
No, that's a good roll, but I'd like to point out that the opposed bluff check needs at least a 5 to beat that. Well,
I know I probably wouldn't.
Well, you
So
still
we'll
got-
see. We'll see. You might get lucky, and I'll roll my classic 1 through 4.
Ta-da!
Oh my god, it actually is. Fuck.
Alright, so unfortunately...
Maybe it's not, and I'm fucking with you.
So,
I mean, I can have my opinions.
you just look at the peasant girl, and then you guys just kind of lead to her ass as you're staring at her, because you forget what you were thinking about when looking at her.
You win this round.
Reminds me of a D&D story I read where a guy had to make like a bluff check against this paladin in his group.
Oh, yes! I love that story!
Yeah, but the thing is that he did that, but he was actually telling the truth.
Yeah, he did it just so people couldn't metagame.
Just to avoid the metagame. He just went through with the bluff check anyway. Which he actually, he won, so the paladin was convinced regardless.
So use the bluff in place of diplomacy, sneakily.
No, because it was just for the situation, because he was, he was like a prisoner of the paladin.
Mm-hmm.
They were taking
Oh,
him
so he
to
was trying to
City.
convince them that he was fine.
And then it led to this amazing long story of like him and the paladin become best friends. He turns good.
Oh, I remember. I thought that was a fighter.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The
You
other
said
guy was a
rogue.
paladin. I never said rogue. I didn't specify a
That's right,
class.
you did.
I did not.
Ugh.
And then it's like this amazing thing because the evil guy survives, the good guy dies, but then his daughter takes his place, and then the bad guy who was originally bad turned good gets to like this heart-wrenching moment of where he hands off her father's sword to her once she's old enough.
Oh, wow.
After he received a fatal blow.
My favorite part was when it was the fight with like the two of them and like the rogue. The rogue's like close to dying. The paladin's like close to dying, and he's like halfway dead. And so he takes a hit that was like meant for the paladin, and it rolls minimal damage. So he just saves the paladin's life, and the DM like just like leaned over and changed chaos, changed like the neutral evil to neutral, just true neutral or whatever. He just like marked the evil off of his character sheet.
Yeah.
Just for that.
So,
Crazy.
Tyrion, I imagine you do tell everyone that Silas is coming.
Yeah.
And then, let's see. Just for the aspect of where he is in the city. Let's see. Alright, so it would take him about 3 hours to get there. You finally hear
Holy shit.
you hear a knock on the door. It sounds like a very heavily plated glove. Just
Careful, careful. You're gonna knock down the door.
and of course it's Silas. He steps in, closes the door behind him. I didn't get a chance to ask you what had happened that night when Far left.
She kissed Tyrion. No, I'm just
Flick.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I was about to say you really say that.
No, I don't want Tyrion to get dicked.
I don't know. I don't think I can take him yet. He'd probably maul me.
Yeah.
Oh, it was lawful evil. Lawful evil, and he became lawful neutral for that. I've still got the link in my history.
So he comes over, he takes a seat.
For those of you that haven't read it, here it is. Haha, read it. Because it's on Reddit.
Flick would just say, welcome.
I haven't seen any of you in a long time. Thank you. Would like to know what happened that night. Why did she leave?
I figured you of all people had the right to know at least what we know.
Some are saying she's a traitor. Others are saying for some reason that she had planned on trapping one of the nobles in the mausoleum that she had escaped through.
Well, I can assure you that most of that isn't true. I don't really know about her own motivations. I'm, not inside of her head, and she doesn't tell me a lot. But as far as we could tell, she seemed to be motivated by artifacts that she was rounding together.
Artifacts?
Yes, they seem to be ancient artifacts. A lot of the books that she had were written in Draconic. We have a couple of them that we got from her house, secret room, that the guards didn't get to.
I have to say it's amazing that they didn't find it. Usually they're a lot more thorough in cleaning out the houses whenever a guard captain fails.
Tyrion, Flick kicks you under the table. And as you look over, he's just kind of gently shaking his head, like, no. Flick will speak up and address the Dragonborn and
He's
say,
looking at you quizzically now, like,
oh, he wouldn't notice.
alright.
I mean, if you want him to roll perception or something, but
Nah, he would just
I was
assume
making it,
you
yeah.
bumped your knee or something. He
Yeah.
knows how odd your group is.
yeah. So he would address him and say, Clara was falsely accused. Innocent. And then I'll say whatever that chick's name is that was doing the accusing.
Lady
I'll tell him it was her. I forget her name.
Lady Isabel and her bodyguard, Barsh Goldflagon.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought it was Isabel for some reason. I do not remember. It's like, that sounds so weird for a noble woman for some reason.
So he nods his head. She's been at Clara's throat for a few years after she's been outmatched a few times in a couple of swordsman competitions. Spouting saying that a bastard shouldn't be allowed to enter a nobles competition. I think this is her way of getting payback for all the embarrassment all those years.
It was bullshit.
He nods like, yes. In the current situation, though, there's not much to clear her name. And unfortunately, fleeing the city after having to assume the responsibilities of failing as a captain of the guard to keep the city safe has done her no better.
Mr. Sunderheart, me and Flick were interested in going after her. We know her current heading, and we wanted to learn more about, I don't know, just her motivations and possibly help her because something Flick saw.
Rowan raises her eyebrow. What?
Me and Flick are doing this regardless.
Me and Flick?
Yeah.
What about me?
I don't know, we hadn't asked you yet. We didn't want to put you in an awkward situation.
Great. And she just like leans back up in her chair, and well, now's your chance to ask.
Do you want to go with me and Flick to hunt
Yes,
down?
yes, I would. Thank you for asking.
Alright, there we go. Magnus.
Actually, I think I'll stay out of this one.
It's your choice. Anyway, so, Mr. Sunderheart, I was wondering, I recently gathered the ability to teleport. If you had access to teleportation circle records, we could, in fact, beat her to a destination.
I know the castle library has a few locations on record. Such information's not so easily traded between kingdoms and anyone else who might actually have information on such useful items.
Figured as much.
The library is next to the banquet hall. We might be able to possibly slip away and look through the records a little bit during the party.
Flick.
Flick just gets a grin on his face.
Did you tell anyone of her current heading?
No, I was keeping that to myself. Didn't want nobles to catch wind of it. Be bad if they started chasing her too.
Where is she going?
Shade City.
Flick interrupts and says, all you need to know is that we're bringing her back.
Trying to be nice to this guy. His daughter's going rogue.
She's gone rogue.
And
I don't trust him, Tyrion, and I kick you under the table again.
And he does put his hand down on the table, and you can kind of see a slight hint of anger in his face.
As I see him do that, I say, Clara, trust us. You should do the same.
This is some kind of Jedi Flick. Trust us. We should do the same.
God. So he just
Does he loosen up, or what does he say?
he's still like gripping tighter into the table at this prospect.
Yep.
I don't know why my daughter would not trust her own father. And to speak of artifacts is far more curious, especially if they didn't find anything in her house. And she's not a secretive one from what I've known. She has kept to herself a few other times, but as a father, I would like to know at least the direction she's heading.
Wouldn't you be duty bound to arrest her?
duty bound to this city. I can't leave, but I would at least like to know where she went.
East.
And he nods in contemplation for a minute. Maybe she's off to see her uncles then. Thank you for telling me that much. And his hand kind of relaxes. And his hand kind of relaxes at this point. You can actually see his gauntlet that he was squeezing so hard kind of left an indent in the top of the table wood.
Awesome.
Ugh. I need a new table.
And he looks back over to Tyrion and he's like, so what did these books say? And what relics were these?
If you want me to show you the relics, I want to do it away from the table. They're rather... They don't like being looked at.
Looked at?
They're interesting. I roll my eyes a bit.
He nods and... Well, where would you prefer to show me then?
Basement.
He kind of looks at you like... What?
They explode. Okay. I don't want it catching the floor on fire.
Oh, God.
He thinks we're gonna mug him in the basement, doesn't he?
He gets up. He obviously has an air of caution about him right now. He's like, very well, you first.
Alright. Is he gonna mug me in the basement?
Let's go too.
Yeah, Rowan.
Okay, thank God.
This is the first time Rowan's like hearing about this, I guess. So she's interested.
Besides the artifact that you were holding.
Well, no, I thought you were talking about the books.
The books too.
Yeah.
The books weren't really mentioned.
Tyrion was going to demonstrate the stone.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Which is
That's why I
what
was
you
taking
have.
it into the basement,
Oh.
because you know it explodes.
Well, okay. I guess Rowan will take her stone too then. That makes sense.
So, do you take the other stone out in front of him?
I don't see why. Aren't we demonstrating this?
Yeah, I was showing it to him, so.
Alright, so...
Yeah, good thing it's so dark down there.
I take out the red one and just like, sort of like avert my eyes from it and like set it on the ground.
Alright.
No, don't stare at this for too long. It does not like being looked at.
He just looks at the gem, he's like, well...
I mean, it's an artifact that explodes that I found in your daughter's house. I don't know what else to tell you. Maria, what are you doing down here?
Get back in the kitchen.
Fleck embraces traditional values.
That's not even traditional values. Maria was hired for the kitchen work.
I know, I'm just making a joke that he's just like a white f***ing asshole.
Alright, so you just you place the stone on the floor, and you just leave it there for now?
Yeah.
Alright. Sits inertly on the floor.
Alright then.
He's just kind of staring at you.
Alright then, I guess to prove it to you, it actually does something.
Well, Flick will walk up and say, it's not really important, and motion Tyrion to like pick it up and put it away.
Ugh, fine, I'll put it back in the bag. Should we let him read the books then? I mean, I couldn't really learn much from them, but you're more than welcome to look, and I'll just start taking books out of my bag.
Flick will kind of look at the dude and see if he's like into it and say, "I'm sure you're busy."
He'll look at the book. It's which book is it, Turn?
I mean, you never really gave me specific names for most of them. You just said a couple of them were in Draconic and a couple of them weren't.
Few's the Draconic history. One is the actual research journal she has. Let's see. The other one is a Shadowfell's history.
God damn, she has a Shadowfell history book.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'll let him see some of the Draconic ones. I'm interested to see his opinion on that.
So he just looks over some of the books, and he seems to actually read them with great interest. He looks back to you. He's like, "Do you realize how old some of these are?"
Not really. I'm not that into histories.
Some of these are hundreds of years old. I'm talking back to when dragons used to forge artifacts for the Dragonborn to serve them better.
It's interesting.
I don't know why she would have something like this, though. A lot of people have hunted for these artifacts, and they usually end up dying before they get anywhere near finding any clues of actual pieces of them. You could say that stone is one of those artifacts.
Yeah, it might be. These things are pretty dangerous, at least once a day, it seems.
What did you do what did they do?
This one exploded. The other one, pointing at the blue one, that one exploded, frosted part of the room, and rotted my chair.
He looks kind of surprised. Rotted your chair?
Yes. It's a nice wooden chair, too.
He's still glancing over a few more pages and occasionally glancing back at the stones. From the few pages that she marked, it talks about the gemstones of enhanced health, magic abilities. Maybe these are just one of the magic stones that enhance abilities, or maybe they were just blessed to give magic.
Yeah, I don't really know. Kind of weird.
Either way, I wouldn't let those out of your sight if she had left those. Odd.
So I got this magical bag that holds things.
It's a good thing. Especially so many thieves. I know plenty of people who would pay a ransom for one of those just simply for the historical value. If anything, when they explode, was there any reason they exploded?
Mostly it seemed to be because they were looked at.
I just spun mine.
Yeah, I actually had mine looked at by a cursed shop curio. Didn't really give him any history behind it.
Mervin, I assume.
Yeah.
He's the only one who deals with cursed items in this city. And yours was spinning when it exploded?
I'm rolling an intelligence check, boys. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yes, yeah. I was just fiddling with it, and it activated one because we didn't understand what was going on.
Hmm. Were you in the blast when it exploded, or was
That's the odd thing. It seemed to emanate and keep me safe. So
He kind of rubs his chin a little, thinking. Well, if it didn't do any harm to you, then maybe it's just to affect fields, maybe? Items, walls, I'm not sure. Either way, be careful with such items then. And he gives back the book to you, Tyrion.
I'll put it back in my bag.
But I would definitely keep those out of sight of any of the nobles, any of the gem traders. The sheer size of those alone, people would be jealous of such a beautiful item.
Yeah, I can see jealousy runs deep in this city. Considering Magnus is upstairs.
Well, if that is all, I must go and finish my duties before getting ready for the banquet.
Alright.
Please,
Yeah.
please keep me updated, and if you send another message to Clara, please tell her I'm not mad.
I'll make sure to tell you.
Wish for her.
I'll make sure to tell you.
He heads back upstairs.
Happy to not get mugged in the basement.
Would you be following directly behind him?
No. I'm like at my leisure. I'm not like just on his heels.
Flick would.
Anything might have went up first.
Rowan, are you actually holding that blue stone at
yeah.
all times?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, Flick would ask you, like basically for the stone, he'd go up to you and say, the stone, it was cold, right?
Rowan looks confused. Yeah, you were the. Oh. And she reaches out.
Perhaps.
She reaches out her hand.
Okay, and I'll take it, and Flick will just say to her, perhaps I can unlock its mysteries.
Rowan pats him on the head. and ruffles his hair and goes, I'm sure you can.
He spends like a minute putting his hair back and like tying it back all neat, and just follows behind.
And as they walk up, Rowan like kind of brings up small talk and goes, so, who are you seeing?
Seeing?
Yeah, you know, the hair, and you don't smell like shite.
It's well, I'm taking a class to speak better.
Ah, a woman in the class caught your fancy, eh?
Well, the class is in the Noble District.
I see.
I don't like getting accosted by guards.
Right. Okay. The small.
So yeah, I'll keep this on me.
Alright.
Actually, I kind of want to do a test. Real quick.
Yeah, actually, honestly, coming out with that, that's probably a good idea. I didn't even think of that.
Wait, what are you doing?
Upon him mentioning that, on Rowan mentioning it didn't actually hurt her, and then him mentioning unlocking power, I'm gonna go take mine to the basement. Let's try this.
So what Flick wants to do is, I'll be right back. I'll let Taryn go first.
Alright, so turn.
Mm.
Kids.
Test number 1. Is anyone going to be in the room with him?
mean, how big was the explosion in the box last time?
Enough to launch Mervin about 5 squares back.
Alright, then let's position myself so then I'm gonna end up in a wall, so I'll probably put it in like the center of the room with my back to a wall.
Go to the second basement.
Oh yeah, huh, we do have a second basement.
Just don't position yourself between the stone and the giant pit in the ground.
Let's take in the second room. Then
So I'll just let you go because I haven't made a giant pit in the basement for you guys to fuck with. So
wait, okay, yeah, the second basement is here. Yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna stand a decent distance away and I'm just gonna hit it with some fire magic and see if anything happens.
alright. Roll me damage.
Just damage?
Yeah, because it's sitting there. You're not really.
No, I don't know how to beat its AC.
Just
It's a
beat
rock.
Gem's AC. No, you have to beat its hardness.
Oh god, this might actually. Yeah, okay.
Alright, so 18. So, using burning hands, I imagine?
Burning spray.
Burning spray. So you use your burning spray. You see the areas, scorch marks everywhere around the stone. As you're using the spell, you notice pretty much part way that there's no scorch marks within a 3-foot radius of the stone sitting on the floor.
Alright then, I'm gonna grab one of the crate tops over here and I'll put it on the ground underneath the stone.
Alright. So,
I'm gonna do the same thing.
so before that, when you put the stone down, you could actually see what looks like a small lick of flame in the middle of the eye. And it starts burning through the wood.
Like, is it like catching on fire? Is it just like kind of
It's kind of
slow?
basically anything that's touching it is literally being cindered and charred slowly.
I imagine it doesn't hurt me because, you know, fire resistance.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
It's literally starting to set the crate top on fire now.
then I'm gonna pick that up off of it and, you know, scoot the crate top off the corner to burn itself out.
Alright.
I'm back. What happened?
It absorbed the fire.
Riven, Tyrion is smoking our basement, basically.
Yeah, I'm very good.
Oh,
at that.
cool.
Come join me in the second basement room.
So he pretty much shot fire at it. This 3-foot radius of area around the gemstone, there was no scorch marks. The rest were burnt. And then when he went to set it down on top of a wood crate as a secondary test to shoot flames at it again, it burnt through and set fire to the crate top.
I'll let Flick go, 'cause I have a couple more ideas planned.
Okay, well, Flick will draw his handle and like put the gem on top of it, and then summon his ice sword over the gem, and just see what happens.
Alright. So you summon your ice sword. It forms for a minute, and then you actually see the ice getting eaten, almost like it's eaten, absorbed into the gem itself. So,
Okay.
let's see. You have quite a few abilities that are ice.
Yes, I do.
So,
Almost every single one.
like I would, icy skewer is your basic attack. Just
Yeah.
All right. So
Yeah, I'll do that on a crate or something.
Well, yeah.
If I
Just
can.
like form it.
Okay.
Roll damage for an icy skewer.
Okay.
Alright, so 17. Alright, so yeah, you go to strike the crate, but before that, the ice itself gets sucked into the gem.
From my sword? Okay.
And then it just kind of bounces off onto the ground since it's no longer
Being
stuck.
held.
What if we set them both charged next to each other? Yeah, that's probably not a good idea. That might cause an explosion or something. I'm gonna try setting it on some metal to You have like some random scrap metal laying around.
Yeah, you could find
Sure.
the busted up golem that had been torn into the chamber from whatever creature was there originally.
I'm gonna tear off a little bit of that and put the stone on top of that and see if it heats it. Like, I'm just curious to see if it just burns combustible materials or if it just actually emits heat
Alright.
of such an intense degree.
So you find like the shoulder plate of the pulverizer golem that was originally there, the Warforged, and you set it on top of the metal. Is your fire one?
Yeah.
Alright. So you set that down. After a few minutes, you do see it starts to heat up, and looks like it's just about reaching molten in the center where it's touching the gem.
Man, we're really fucking up this room. We're gonna need a...
But you could tell the longer it sits there, it seems to increase in intensity for whatever it's touching.
That's interesting. I don't know.
But it hasn't seemed to react to like normal stone and such. Like anything that seems natural doesn't really be affected unless it was activated at the time.
I'm gonna try hitting it with another burning spray, see if the flame inside gets bigger.
Alright. So roll a burning spray damage. Alright. So there's a point where you actually see the flame lick up and fill what would you assume to be the pupil of the gem. And who has any body parts exposed right now? Like from
And by expose.
well, you're shooting it into a room. Are you standing behind a wall? Are you standing in the open, just distant, watching this?
I mean, I can't be that far away. It's a close blast.
All right, so you're doing a close blast. So you, at most, would be 3 squares away from this. Flick, where would you
Which-
be?
I mean, like a bit away, kind of testing my own gem. I don't want them to react at all
All right, so
crazily.
I would say you're probably like 10, 15 squares away then. So you'll be
Yeah.
fine.
Cook me.
Alright, so it releases the original flame while absorbing the other, and Tyrion, you get hit by a blast wave from a 5x5 explosion for 54 damage and fire.
Holy shit. I am nearly unconscious.
That's fire, so you can reduce that by your resistances.
Yeah, no, like... But Jesus Christ, this thing's cool.
So you can
So
still
it did that when you charged it, huh?
And you can
Well, no,
still
I
see the eye flame licking. It looks like it was trying to eat the other while releasing the flame itself. From
It wants to keep the strongest fire ability, and when it gets a new one, it shoots out the old one. Because that one was stronger than my first one. Shit, it like triple damage. So gathering my probably now blackened self up.
Yeah. Literally, Flick, you just saw this massive pyre explosion out of nowhere, and it easily shook part of the house. So whoever was upstairs definitely felt that and heard it.
I'm gonna yell up, I'm alright, I think.
From the basement.
Secondary basement.
I am a mad scientist.
I think Flick's experiments with his gem are over. for the day. I think he's gonna take a break.
Alright. Alright.
I'm not sure. We need to learn more about this, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up the gem from its charred circle, just not looking at it, put it in the bag.
Yeah. Your gem is very, very bright right now, Tyrion.
Yeah, I might want to just leave it down in the basement, but I don't know if it'll cool down. It is a magical gem.
What, you don't want to stick it in your bag of wonderful stuff?
Well, no. Like, I decided that I'd taken everything out of the normal bag of holding and just had the gem in there, and then the big one had everything else in it. Because, I'm putting a cursed artifact that I don't understand into a bag full of stuff that I actually like. So yeah, I'll put that in my bag, and I'm going to go upstairs and clean myself off.
So yeah, you just pick up the gem. It feels warm to you, not like burning, almost like kind of like a warm hug at this point.
Oh yeah, he gave me a real warm hug just a minute ago. Just like in those cartoons, I'm just like blackened like across the face and body. I'm just like walking back in.
So, Rowan, Magnus, you would definitely see Tyrion walking back upstairs, now completely charred and almost, well, kind of half dead, even though I would imagine he recovers himself a bit.
They aren't fun.
So, Flick, where are you stowing yours?
Where was Rowan stowing it before?
In my
Backpack?
pocket.
Oh, your pocket. Okay,
For
then
pouches.
I would feel safe doing the same.
Because originally it was between her cleavage.
Well,
Oh,
they found out that. Well, she found out that it kind of explodes into ice, so probably pockets better.
okay.
Alright.
Flick puts it into his cleavage as well.
Like got those moves.
Heart cold as ice.
He's cold as ice. Alien to sacrifice our love.
So, Tyrion, you're familiar just since there's like, you're a real idiot sometimes, aren't you?
Yeah, I know. You gotta try things sometimes, though.
Sometimes it's just better to leave things that you don't understand alone.
I imagine like probably all the like cups and stuff were knocked over up here.
Yeah.
Agnes's drink probably spilled all over his pants, and
It's a good thing you guys didn't get your noble clothes yet.
I mean, I wouldn't have had them on when I'm experimenting with a gem that explodes. I wear my even more expensive armor for that.
Oh god.
That didn't have to get tested against AC. Give me the wizard staff.
Alright, so
At least I know a decent amount about how it works now.
I don't have anything else I want to do.
Alright, so I imagine you guys just go pick up your clothes for the banquet.
Yeah.
Sure they fit. They fit. Tyrion looking dapper with his top hat and his dragon with a top hat.
I'd like to also discuss with Flick. So, you heard where the teleportation records are, right? Trust you. You might be able to do something about that.
Yes.
I'm gonna take out a piece of paper and draw what they should look like, just to give him an idea.
Okay. And maybe you write down some tomes you've seen in the past, maybe, or that might be similar, or something like similar names of the book I'm looking for.
Yeah, probably. If I have some. But it's very important that you get every single marking. Otherwise, we could end up anywhere, literally anywhere.
Flick just nods. He is staring at the piece of paper you handed him.
Alright. Ugh. I mean, hey, I might just be able to smooth talk my way to the records office. Hey, baby, my 19 diplomacy looking fine tonight, isn't it? I'm a man.
I'm a real man. A dragon's man.
No!
Oh, no.
I never asked for this.
End up like Donkey from Shrek.
Oh no.
Okay.
Wouldn't I be
Donkey!
doing that to somebody? I have 20 strength.
20 strength. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm not sure I want to ask what you're using that 20 strength for.
Flick will talk to you more, Tyrion, and he'll look up from the piece of paper as if a sudden thought entered his mind, and he'll say, "You should bring all your trophies, but only offer the spider head. That way he can see.
All of them?
Yes.
This is a this is a banquet, not a head convention.
Yeah, I mean, like, as much as I'd love to bring every single trophy, I don't think the king wants to sit there and watch me pull disembodied heads out of my bag.
Flick will just kind of lower his head. And
I mean, maybe he'll come over for dinner.
fine.
Why you'd want to come over for dinner, though? He's probably got a really nice ass kitchen. Anyways,